Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Now let us try some questions with what we have learned about writing a particular fraction. So here it says write the fraction representing the shaded portion. We have to write the shaded portion. Okay. So in the first one, how many parts do you see? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Is that right? Out of these 4 parts, how many do you see shaded? 2. So 2 over 4 is the fraction. In the next one, the second part, how many total parts? 1, 2, 3 and we have got a total of 9. Out of these, how many do you see shaded? I see a total of 8 boxes shaded, right? Now in the next one, how many total balls do you see? Now look at this carefully. Here, single triangle was shaded. Here, single box was divided into certain parts. Now we have got certain number of balls. So it is group of something. Okay. So how many balls do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And out of 8, how many do we have shaded? We have 4 balls shaded. Okay. Next one. It's just a single ball and clearly we see that these shaded parts, they are equally divided. I mean the shaded and the non-shaded parts are equally divided. So how many parts do you see shaded? Just one. Out of how many? Out of 4. Okay. Moving ahead. Here. In this fifth part, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 parts. Out of 7 parts, we have 3 shaded. So see, what part we are talking about, we write it as a numerator and the part that is a whole, we write it as a denominator. Okay. Now the next one, a group of something. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 and a total of 12 flowers and out of them we see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are shaded. I'm sorry, not 8, sorry. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 are shaded. Oh, we could have simply subtracted 3 from 12. Okay. Now the next one. Here, look, they have forgot to shade any part. What will you do now? You will write out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 10, 0 is shaded. Okay. I hope you're going to look at this carefully. Here in this particular image, out of 10 objects that were shown, none of them was shaded. So we have written as 0 over 10. Now the next one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So out of 9, we see a total of 4 parts shaded. Now the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. I hope I've counted correctly. Okay. So out of 8, how many do you see shaded? 4. The next one, this particular B kind of a structure, it has been divided exactly into 2 parts. Okay. This is the line. This line divides it into exactly 2 parts. So out of 2 parts, 1 part is shaded. I hope this is clear. Now it says that you need to color the part that is according to the given fraction. So starting with the first one, it says shade 1 over 6. So out of you see 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6, we have to shade just a single part. So that is, say this one. Okay. So we have shaded 1 part out of 6. So here in this one, 1 out of 4. We can shade any region, any part, any triangle out of this. So I'm shading this middle one. Okay. If you want, you can just shade any corner triangle as well. Now it says 1 over 3. So out of 3, just they want us to shade 1 block. Okay. So this is how we have shaded 1 block out of it. Now coming to the fourth one, out of 4, we need to shade 3 parts. Okay. So 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so we have shaded 3 parts out of 4. The last one is 4 over 9. So let us shade 4 parts. So 1, 2, 3. And as I said, you can shade any part. So I'm just shading this particular block here. So we have now 4 blocks shaded out of 9. Moving to the next one. Here, it says that we need to identify the error if we have any in the given images. Look at the first one. It says this is half. Do you think it's half? Do you think they have divided the triangle into exactly 2 parts? I think no. Why? Because I can clearly see that this top unshaded part, it is smaller compared to the colored part, right? If I want to divide this particular image into exactly half, I would have drawn, I'll just use a pencil here, a straight line. Yes, so I would have divided it something like this so that we can have it exactly into half. Okay, so the given this one, this is half, this is a wrong statement, it is not half. The next one, it says it is 1/4. So again, because these like these boxes, they are not divided exactly into equal parts, so this is again wrong. What are we giving? The reason is that because the boxes that are divided, they are not equal in measure. Okay, now again in the last one it says 3/4 is shaded. This is also wrong because the image is not we have not divided the given object into equal parts. I hope this is clear. Now let us discuss this question number 4. It says what fraction of a day is 8 hours? Now listen to these kind of questions very carefully. What fraction of a day? What are we talking about? We are talking about a day. Can you tell me how many hours do you have in a day? So one day is equal to 24 hours. Is that right? And how many hours are they asking you? 8. So what is our fraction? Fraction is 8 out of 24. Is this clear? It is 8 hours out of a day and the day is of 24 hours. Don't make a mistake of writing as 8/1. Here this 1 is in day and this 8 is in hours. So every time you are writing a fraction, these two units needs to be same. So if here it is hours, this will be hours as well. Okay. Now see the next one. What fraction of an hour, what are we talking? Hour is 40 minutes. What unit is this? 40 minutes. So do you think you can write this as 40/1 where 40 is given in minutes and 1 is given an hour? Do you think this is correct? No, this is absolutely wrong. Why? Because here this unit in the numerator is minutes and this unit here in the denominator is hour. And as we said, a fraction needs to be always in equal. So the units needs to be equal. So how many minutes are there in an hour? There are total 60 minutes, right? So the fraction here comes out to be 40 out of 60. Okay. And one more thing that I would like to say here. When you are writing a fraction, you never write any unit of it. So you won't write 40 out of 60 minutes. No, this is wrong. You shouldn't write anything with it. A fraction is just a number written as a numerator and denominator. You don't have any unit of a fraction. Moving to the next question here. It says Arya, Abhimanyu and Vivek shared lunch. Arya has bought 2 sandwiches, one made of vegetable and one of jam. The other 2 boys forgot to bring their lunch. Arya agreed to share his sandwiches so that each person will have an equal share of each sandwich. So now what did they say? She has got 2 sandwiches, one made up of, Arya has bought 2 sandwiches, one made up of vegetable and one made up of jam. Okay. So now she said, because here how many people do we have? 3. Okay. So suppose this is a sandwich. Usually sandwiches are seen in triangles. Okay. So it says that we need to divide among each of the child equal amount of sandwich, right? So how can Arya divide his sandwiches so that each person has equal share? So she's going to divide each of the triangle into 3 equal triangles. I'm sorry, here my triangles are not exactly equal. However, just imagine that all these 3 parts, they are equal. So let's say this particular sandwich was a vegetable sandwich and this sandwich is of jam. So also she will divide this into 3 equal parts. Oh, I'm sorry, let me just divide it again. It is not even equal. So how will we divide this into equal parts? So let's see how we can divide. Okay, let's say this is how we are dividing the triangles. Okay, this is how we are drawing the triangles in order to divide them into equal 3 parts. Okay, so now I would like to here mention one thing. What did I do wrong earlier? When I was dividing my triangle earlier like this, do you see it's wrong somewhere? Why? Because this is a triangle, this is a triangle, and this is a square. And if I don't know whether these particular are of equal area, I cannot say that they measure equal. However, here do you see that the triangles, they look very much equal to each other. So this is a more appropriate image. So rather than drawing this one, we'll draw these triangular images to divide the given sandwich. Okay, so it's good that we make mistakes because we are learning from our mistakes, right? Now the question says, how can Arya divide his sandwiches so that each person has got equal share? So she will divide it into 3 equal parts. What part of sandwich will each boy receive? Each boy will receive 1 part of the sandwich. So 1/3 part of the sandwich each boy will receive. So we can write 1/3 part. Okay. Now moving to the next question. Question number 7. It says Kanchan dyes dresses. She had to dye 30 dresses. She had so far finished 20 dresses. What fraction of dresses has she finished? Okay. So now how do we do this? I hope you will remember that whenever you are writing a fraction, it needs to be in a numerator over denominator, where the denominator comprises of the whole and n is the particular part that we are talking about, right? So how many total dresses are there? So the total that we have here is 30 dresses. Am I right? And out of this, what is the part that she has dyed? She has finished 20 dresses. So what is the fraction? The fraction comes out to be 20 out of 30 dresses she has completed. Okay. Moving to the next one. Write the natural number from 2 to 12, or what fraction of them are prime numbers. So let us write all the numbers from 2 to 12. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So what are prime numbers? Prime numbers are those which are divisible by either itself or 1. So 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, 5 is a prime number, 7 is a prime number, 11 is a prime number. Okay. So how many total do you have? Total we have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So total we have got 11 numbers. Right? And out of these 11 numbers, how many do we have prime numbers? So prime numbers that we have here, it is 5. We have got total 5 numbers that are prime. So let us write down the fraction here. So the fraction is 5 out of 11. Is that right? Moving ahead. It says write the natural numbers from 102 to 113. What fraction of them are prime numbers? So again, let's write 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113. Now what comes next? We need to find which all numbers are prime in these. So here the first one, it's divisible by 2. Here the second one, if we see, it is divisible by, so it is divisible by none. So here this is a prime number 103. Why? Because it is divisible only by itself and 1. And then we have got 104, it's divisible by 2, 105 is divisible by 5, 106 is divisible by 2, 107 is a prime number. Then 108, it's divisible by 2. We have got 109, which is a prime number. Then we have got, are we sure? Let's just check whether 109 is divisible. So yes, it is not divisible by any of the number. It's divisible by 1 and itself. So it is a prime number. Then we have got 113 as the prime number. So how many total numbers are we having here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And out of 12, how many are prime? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. Moving ahead, what fraction of these circles have x in them? So we have got a total of 8 circles, and out of 8 we have got 4 with the x in them, right? So 4 over 8 is the answer. Now here comes, it says Kristen received a CD player for her birthday. She bought 3 CDs and received 5 other gifts. What fraction of her total CDs did she buy and what fraction did she receive? Question number 11 says Christine received a CD player for her birthday. She bought 3 CDs and received 5 others as gifts. What fraction of her total CDs did she buy and what fraction did she receive as gift? So let us write total CDs with Kristen. So the total, or let us write how many CDs she had with herself. So let us start from there. Kristen had how many CDs? She had 3 CDs, right? And how many did she receive? Kristen received 5 CDs. Is that right? Now what fraction of her total CDs did she buy and what fraction did she receive as gifts? So what do you see is the total here? How many total is she having now? She is having a total of 3 plus 5 equals 8 CDs. Okay, this is the total number of CDs with Kristen. Now what is the fraction that she had? What fraction of total CDs did she buy? So she bought total 3 CDs. So 3 out of 8 is the fraction of what she bought. And what is the fraction for the CDs that she received as gift? Is 5 over 8. So this is the fraction that came as gift for Christine. So I hope you have understood the introduction part of fraction, because here we have come to the end of our today's lesson. We have learned how we can write the fractions when we see a certain image and how we can write them as numerator and denominator. With this, we are good to end our class.